Hi, this is Melanie for Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here to do a film review of the Malayalam film Kurup starring Dulquer Salmaan. If you're new to Pardesi Reviews, I do film reviews and trailer reactions of Indian cinema. If you've followed my channel, you know I'm a huge Dulquer fan. Huge. And in fact, he wished me on my birthday, so on Twitter. So yeah, fan for life. Anyway, so I have been eagerly anticipating this film for a very long time, since the first mention of it was made, first glimpse poster, all the rest of it. Now, there's been a lot of controversy about this film because it is based on a real-life person who has been a fugitive since the 80s, never been caught for the murder of Chacko. So every time that I posted a trailer reaction or teaser reaction, people say, you know, this is based on a real murder, you know, it better not glorify this murderer. And I was very relieved to read a news article. The son of Chacko, the murder victim, saw the film this week before its general release and said it does not glorify my father's killer. And so if he is satisfied with it, then it made me more relieved to go see the film and just enjoy it. And I will say, just from the trailer that we got with that chilling last line, you know, something like, now we need to burn off his face. Whoa, what a way to end a trailer. It's Dulquer. He's charming. He's manipulative. It reminded me in a way in Mahanad where he plays a bigamist, Gimini Ganesan, and you're like, he's so charming and yet he's doing bad things, and yet So, and he looks great in the period clothes and all of that. So there's this dichotomy, but there are some scenes that are just absolutely chilling. But I'll tell you who's really chilling, and that's Tom Chacko. Oh my gosh. He plays one of the accomplices, Kurup's brother-in-law. Whoa. I mean, he has been creepy, like in the film Ishq. Never forget that. Never forget him in that film. So this is another exemplary performance as someone I would never want to meet. This film is directed by Srinath Rajendran, who was the director of Dulquer's first film, Second Show. There's a cameo in the film that I was glad to see this person's face on screen, but I'm not going to spoil who it was. But very small part, but yeah, it was nice since I was sitting there in a house full theater. Oh gosh, it was so amazing to be in a full theater to see a Malayalam film. Malayalam films normally don't play in my town, so that's one sign of how big Kurup is. It was playing in 3 different theaters in Chicago. The theater that normally would play Malayalam films is still not opened since COVID, since it shut down for COVID. So I was really nervous that I would not be able to see this film in a theater, and I would have to wait for it to come on streaming. And then somebody sent me the poster of all the U.S. towns that it was going to be released, and there was my town on there. I was like, yes. And it was packed for this first showing. There's some exemplary things about this film. One of the most outstanding parts of the film is the background score. Sushin Shyam, who gave us the scores for Kambalangi Nights, Trance, Malik. I mean, when some of these themes started playing, wow. This is an amazing background score that just really sets the scene and the period, and it absolutely was one of my favorite things about the film. The period details. Okay, now, obviously I'm an outsider. I don't know all the details of how India looked in the 80s or the 60s or all the different time periods that this took place. But from my inexperienced eye, I thought it looked fantastic. The outfits, the costumes that people were wearing, the hairstyles, every attention to detail seemed to be so on point, and just creating this world of these different time periods. It's not a linear script. It bounces back and forth. Indrajith has a very strong role as the investigator. And I really like the framing device of looking, somebody finding his notebook and looking through all of his investigation notes. And so we go back and forth in different periods of time before the murder and after the murder. And we get different people's points of view as the investigation targets different people involved with it. I also thought that Sobhita was luminous as Kurup's wife. She is so beautiful. I've seen her. She was in Mouton with Niven Pauly. She's just, so beautiful. She was wonderful. There's one particular scene on the stairs. If you've seen the film, there's one particular scene on the stairs with Dulquer that, I really liked the way she played that scene. So she was really good. I can't fault anyone. Everyone in the film was so good and bringing their A game. This is Wayfarer Films. This is Dulquer's production company that's made this film. I thought the script was good. Okay, it's not perfect. And one thing I will say is that it was 2 hours, at least 2 hours and 20 minutes. I felt like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 minutes could have been cut. There was a lot of setup of his life before, and I don't know if we needed that much setup. So, so it made the film long, and when you're talking about kind of a thriller, I don't know, I like it to be a little tighter in time. But I felt like in the second half, it was particularly strong when the investigation, and the cat and mouse chasing kind of really heated up. I felt like it was really strong in the second half. Overall, I absolutely loved the film. It does not glorify him and make him out as some kind of hero. It has a really strong ending. I'm not going to spoil that at all, but I felt like it was a really strong ending. I applaud Dulquer for doing an interesting role and not just taking the easy road of complete hero roles. I feel like his father Mammootty also balances doing fully mass films and, hero roles with really interesting things like Paranba and so forth. And so I love the fact that Dulquer has created his own production company so that he can make the kind of films that he wants to make and give an opportunity for these directors and screenwriters to tell the kind of stories that they really want to tell. So I think that's awesome. I love to know your thoughts about the film. I'm really glad that I read the news article about, Chacko's son, and it gave a lot of details of the actual case. So I wouldn't say that I was surprised by anything that happened because I kind of knew where the story was going, but there were some delightful little details. I was glad that I've watched Indian films as long as I have. So Tom Chacko's character is really drunk and his mind is turning to evil, and all of a sudden he's in a bar. The Ye Meridil song with Helen and Amitabh Bachchan comes on the TV. It was too perfect. Like I said, just the attention to small details like that, I just thought was fantastic in this film. I thought Dulquer gave a particularly strong performance, charming at moments, and also chilling in other moments. It's not the only dark role that he's played. I really liked his gangster role in Solo, which was just one short film, part of the anthology. But this is the first, I don't know. I just really appreciate that he played all the different shades of this character. Let me just put it that way. Really want to know what you thought of the film. And what you thought of the performance and what was your favorite part of the film. Like I said, for me, the outstanding part was the music, the background score. I'm really, that is what is staying with me tonight after coming home, is thinking about that incredible music. All right, let me know in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter at PerdazzyYT. Follow me on Instagram at PerdazzyReviews. Please like this video, and if you hit the bell when you subscribe, you'll never miss another trailer reaction or film review.